R&B one, I'll be,
All right.
give me 90s R&B.
Maybe. Mad.
You always want to do gangster rap,
Nah.
rapping bad.
CWTFB Radio. I'm Charlie Machine, alongside my Choco Bliss, Honey Kiss, Never Miss, my good sis. Big bells from a big block.
The biggest.
Twin Glocks.
Both of them.
You know where we are. We at the Media Lab, in the Sound Lab, that's 60 Skinner Street in Brockton.
Yeah.
But first things first, we're going to start off with a mix, man.
Everybody's got a little light under the sun, 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 under the sun.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Death Row.
Yeah. Gonna start off with a little Billy Joel. No gunshots was necessary, but
At all.
I did it anyway.
Welcome to Death Row.
Episode 269. And we back again. Better shape than ever.
Welcome to Death Row.
You know what I mean? Bells, you looking good.
No.
I see you got your Gene Simmons outfit on right now. About to get your aerobics on.
And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8.
Billy Joel and Gene Simmons had to be friends. Uh-huh. CWTFB Radio, let's go, baby.
Welcome to Death Row.
You know what we gonna do?
Everybody's got to hear the shit on W-Balls, W-Balls, W-Balls.
Welcome to Death Row, nigga.
Hey.
Welcome to Death Row.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Let me see your crip walk. Hey, oh, wow. 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 You should see the footwork right now. It's crazy.
Hopping, stopping, hopping like a rabbit. When I take the Nino Ross, you know I got to have it.
Uh-huh.
I lay back in the cut, retain myself. Think about the shit and I think it well. How can I mix my grip? And how should I make that nigga straight slip? Set trip, gotta get him for his grip as I dip around the corner. Now I'm on another mission. Wishing
Yo.
upon a star.
You know what's crazy?
Snoop Doggy Dogg with the caviar. In the
Snoop
back
Dogg's
of the
raps
limo,
weren't really that
this is the
great.
real. Breaking niggas down like you had a Holyfield. Cheers to the next episode.
That nigga said the same verse every time.
Tell you the truth, I swoop in the coop. I used to sell loot. I used to shoot hoop. But now I
Did it
make
sound good?
hits every single day.
Nigga Doggy Dre.
So I'm back in the cut, motherfucker, before you get shot. It's 187 on the motherfucking cut.
Let's go. Since niggas is trying to treat me like Big Shug, we gonna do a Death Row mix this week. Come on.
Welcome to Death Row.
Let's get it.
Oh, this is that.
Hey. This is West Coast cookouts right here. Yeah. Let me see what you got, girl. Hey, get it. Get it. Hey. Oh. Hey. Let's get it. Oh.
Welcome to Death Row.
Not the.
Hey, let's get it. Hey, oh, hey, hey. Uh-oh.
This is in the 80s, you know, if you pop your collar, you would.
You want a freak?
Welcome
Hey.
to Death Row.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hell
I
yeah.
said,
Welcome to Death Row.
Yeah, it's my shit right here. I know all these words.
I don't.
Shout out my nigga Dr.
That's
Dre.
okay.
Mr. Buster. Where the fuck you at? Can't scrap a link, so I know you got your gat.
Your dick on hard from fucking your road dogs.
The niggas you grew up with, niggas you grew up with.
Welcome to Death
Can't
Row.
even respect your ass, and now it's time for the doctor to check your ass, nigga. Used to be my homie, used to be my ace. Now I wanna slap the taste out your mouth. Get back down to the road. Fucking me now, I'm fucking you, little hoe. Oh, don't think I forgot. Let you slide.
Let me ride.
Just another homicide.
Here's
Come on.
me, so I'ma talk on, stomping on the easiest streets.
Boogie in here, come on.
So strap on your
Boogie,
cock
baby.
and have your lokes and watch your back.
Mellow
Your mic
Vier
is
behind the
smoking.
lenses, you know what I
And
mean?
pass the bud. And straight
We got our
low-key
fearless
beat
leader
you,
in
'cause
here.
you lost all your homies' love.
Nicole.
Now call it what you want to.
The Grease.
You fuck with me, now it's a must
Nick
that I fuck
Fury,
with you.
the Silver,
Welcome to Death
Grease. No, I think you don't love that name.
Doggy, doggy,
Put down the candy
And let the little boy go. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
Let the little boy go to 11. 411 niggas. It's a little music break right here. Let me see you get your groovy on. Come on, Bell. Let me see you get your groovy on. Hey,
Oh, I gotta show
hey,
this for you. Oh, I
hey,
gotta
hey,
show this.
hey.
I got the noob shoulders for you.
Come on, come on, come on.
If you look-
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Death Row.
Oh, hey. Snoop Dogg, yeah. Dog.
Welcome to Death Row.
Welcome to Death Row, niggas.
Welcome to Death Row.
Back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg, funky at
Da went solo on that ass, but it's still the same.
Long Beach is the spot where I serve my cane. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, but don't lose your
Ooh,
grip.
that's that 90s West Coast flow.
So I ain't holding back, motherfucker. I got 5 on the 20 strap.
It's like that, and that's a rat-tat-tat-tat, cause I never hesitate to put a nigga on his back.
About the
Manuscript.
You see that it's a must we drop
What's my motherfucking name? It's why I wore the White Sox hat tonight.
Yeah.
We on the West Coast with it, even though it's Chicago.
Welcome to Death Row.
Da 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 da. Hey, da da.
Hence the
Bound to the wild,
creeping and
crawling.
Yiggy
Hey yo, look,
Snoop
Bow
Doggy
Wow
Dogg,
owes
motherfucking
everything to
ass
Snoop
like
Dogg.
every day. Dropping shit
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for Snoop Dogg, he wouldn't have no motherfucking name. Niggas can't
Wow,
fuck with
yeah.
this.
Welcome to Death
And
Row.
niggas can't fuck with that. Come
That I
on.
drop, cause you know it don't stop, Mr.
187 on the undercover cop.
Tick tock, now with a Glock, just some nuts in the cock.
Run the motherfuckers and I shoot them blood clots.
Then I step through the fog and I creep through the smoke.
And I'm Snoop Doggy, Doggy, Doggy
Welcome to Death
Dog.
Row.
Come on.
Okay.
You know this one, Bells. What's this one, Bells? What's this one? Come on, Bells. I know you know this one. It's too easy.
Oh my gosh, I
It's
do
too
know
easy.
it, but why I don't remember the name? This
Come
is
on.
this is in the city. No, let me not get it wrong.
Come on.
Is it in the
Think
city?
Death Row.
It sounds like two.
Welcome to Death Row.
Isn't it in the city?
Really? Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, you were looking at me like it was wrong.
Knows how to party. California. Yeah, Roger Troutman. And my man Tupac. You know what I mean? Dr. Dre. We don't dislike California. We love California.
Keep it rocking.
We keep it
Rocking.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. It's drink like a slug to your chest. In the city of sex. Now niggas said gotta invest in the, like a chest. What you say, like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex? That's crazy. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon.
Now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining.
Looking like I'm Rob Liberace. All right, come on. CWTFB Radio. We in the media lab at the Sound Lab. We got the team in here. Episode 269. The city of LA. Good old Watts. I ain't never heard Watts being good at all.
Right.
Good old Watts.
City of Keep it rocking.
Keep it rocking.
Keep it rocking.
Make it shake. Come on. Bells, make it shake. Hey, make it shake. Shake it, baby. Shake it, Cali. Hey. Come on, we got my man Pac coming on in. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming. Bring me with money and alcohol, the life of the West Side. That's right. Wow. Bumming and grinding like a slow jam. CWTFB Radio, man. I'm Charlie Machine alongside Big Bells from a big block, man. We in the media lab at the Sound Lab, episode 269. You know what the fuck's going on. First things first, let's talk about the sponsors, man. You know. We always sponsored by the Sound Lab, Recording Studios, man, in Brockton, Mass. That's at 60 Skinner Street rear in Brockton, man. Come over here for all your audio recording needs, your video recording needs, your photography needs, your, you know, whether it be vocal coaching, vocal recording, whether it be internships, whether it be a plethora of different creative projects that you want to work on here, you can go to www.soundlabma.com. Somebody will get back to you. You're talking about a state-of-the-art facility, people who are experienced and know what the fuck they doing within the fields that they're in, man. You know, you have the likes of Nicole Da Silva, a.k.a. Grease. We got my man Boogie Woogie Woogie. You know, we got my man Devo the Genius. We got Samba in here. We got Illicit. Fucking Jake. One Take Jake. Jake from State Farm. Cam. D. Malodaro. God damn it, the list goes on and 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 on. There's a lot of motherfuckers in here that can get you right, man. That's www.soundlabma.com. Get right. The Sound Lab is the cheat code, niggas. Other sponsor is my guy, Boston's Hair Flow, over at the Temple of Groom, man. 2 locations. One in Cambridge. One in the Fenway area. That's either Mass Ave or Calm Ave. Holla at my guy if you want a luxury haircut experience, man. I mean, you're talking about real close fades, real tight lineups. I mean, like, he will style your hair however you want. And I always fail to mention this. Kids with honor roll get free haircuts. I know school is coming to an end right now, but once school gets started back up, I want y'all to remember that. Kids with honor roll get free haircuts, man. If your little man did his thing or your little girl did her thing, you know, well, I don't know if your little girl's getting, you know, whatever. But what I'm saying is, you know, kids with honor roll get free haircuts, man. Luxury haircut experience, man. He'll mama wrap you, steam to your face, take out the ingrown's neck up only. He'll bust out the motherfucking, you know, Blue Label, McAllen 18. If you a regular and if you tip well, if you a cheap motherfucker, don't go to Temple of Groom, because you broke niggas, stay clear of that. We talking about luxury. You know what I'm saying? So, Temple of Groom, 2 locations, Fenway, Boston, Fenway, Cambridge, Coolidge Corner coming real soon. Shout out to my guys over there, man, on Dogs. Bells, what's up, sis?
What's going on?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much. I'm cooling with my cool self. I'm dead.
That big ass smack you just did with your mouth, my nigga, like that was crazy.
It was actually my tongue.
That was your mouth did that.
It was my tongue.
Oh, your mouth. But whatever.
My mouth is my tongue's home.
All right, whatever, my nigga. How was your last 7 days?
My last 7 days was cool. It was eventful, I guess.
Yeah, what was it eventful?
Yeah. You know, I went to the studio.
Oh, you was recording?
Yeah.
Oh, you stopped being lazy. That's what's up.
Okay. That's false accusations.
All right. You didn't want to be lazy no more.
Went
so
to
how many songs you record?
I went to the open mic cookout.
Did you do an open mic set?
Fun. I did not, but
Why not?
The vibes was great.
Why didn't you do a set?
It wasn't because I didn't want to or that I was being lazy.
You
It
was
was
back
just
to being
sign up was
lazy.
just full. That's all.
Oh, it was full.
Yeah.
Nicole, was it full? Oh, okay.
Like, come on,
She
bro.
be on some shit. I don't be believing her sometimes.
I don't lie. I'm not a liar, so I don't know.
I'm not saying that you're a liar, but
Yeah.
people who are not liars can lie.
But I don't think I've ever lied to you, sir.
There's a first time for everything.
Either way, my last 7 days was really great.
All right, Eminem. Nigga said, "Oh my God, I fell down the stairs. What the hell?"
My ankle swollen. I had no warning.
My ankle swelled. All right. All
What
right.
about you? How are you doing this lovely men's mental health awareness month?
My mental health has been great.
Yeah.
You know, I do exactly what I want to do when I want to do. Like, I'm at that point in my life where it's like, I don't really have time to think about the possibilities of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because
That's a luxury.
I don't, the fuck? It's me, nigga.
Yeah.
Why the
It's
fuck
really
would I do
you.
that? You know what I mean? So yeah, my last 7 days been good, man. Been hanging out with the family, been hanging out with the wife.
Nice.
You know, things of that nature.
Yeah, you got the hoochie daddy shorts on.
You relax, man.
Can married men wear hoochie daddy shorts?
You know, it's funny because my wife irons my clothes, so she was like, "You really gonna wear these shorts?" And I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "Why these shorts?" And I'm like, "Well, you bought them. What's the problem?" You know what I mean?
I need to know. Y'all letting y'all men walk out the house with hoochie daddy shorts and then gray ones on top of that.
You see,
This
Bells,
is
you're making it
illegal
worse.
activity.
You're making it worse.
This is illegal
Bells.
activity.
You're making it worse, Bells. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, please.
Straight to
Can you
jail.
move that off the table, bro, please. Yeah, whatever. It's hot outside. I need my
It
legs to
is
be
hot
cool.
outside.
You know what I mean?
And New England is confusing me as usual.
So, Red Cups and ratings this week, just like every other week, we are going to rate 2 projects, man. The first one here, this one right here is not an actual rap album. It's not hip hop. It is actually a musical, right? It's a
Yeah.
musical, poetry, spoken word, and it's by my man Fifth Mania.
Yes, sir.
All produced by my homegirl Mel Go Hard, man. Shout out Mel Go Hard. Now, this one is about
52 minutes.
20 songs, 53 minutes.
53 minutes.
What you think, Bells?
Okay, well,
It's a long-ass album.
it is. It was a full-length film. Firstly, my expectations were high from jump, especially once I saw that Mel Go Hard was attached to it.
Shout out Mel Go Hard. That's
Yeah,
my long
I
lost
like
cousin.
her.
Big Z shit.
Coming into,
But she's Haitian. Mel Go
I
Hard.
did not know that.
Melissa Sanon. is her name.
You ain't have to do all that. Bleep that out.
That's my grandma's
That's
last
crazy.
name. I swear we're related.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day. coming into it, I'm not gonna hold you. My first reaction was I don't like this, and I think it was just I didn't really know what was going on.
Leon T. Jean Sort.
Who you talking about?
Keep going.
Nah, because I know it's not me.
I'm gonna love you, Shady.
That translates to I am a big fat liar. Don't believe anything I say. And this is Charlie speaking, not me. You understand me? So,
Bells is a big fat liar.
like, I'm not big, I'm not fat, and I'm not a liar. 3 lies were told in a row. That's crazy.
You said it.
In less than
That's
10
not me.
seconds. I want you to do something for me.
What is that?
I would like for you to.
Stop talking?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your cooperation. Now, as I was
I
saying.
don't cooperate with law enforcement, though. Just want to let you know
My
that.
God.
She's not law enforcement.
No, I'm
by the
not.
way. All right. But anyway,
I'm not.
continue.
Okay, so.
Proceed, my nigga. Come on.
Throughout
Come
the
on, Sid.
karate chop you in your neck. Oh, they just stomp in the yard upstairs.
I was so
I
confused.
said, "Oh, y'all want us to be quiet? Y'all want us to be?" Yeah, they're doing it on purpose now. Throughout the project, I felt like the vocabulary and the wordplay just wasn't kind of doing it for me. And I felt like there were some elements of repetition. And it wasn't horrible, but every time I heard something that I had already heard on another record, it kind of like, my ears went up like, wait, why are we saying this again?
Right.
Now, I will say that I could visualize what the intention behind the project is. I could see this almost like as a stage play with like every track being an individual segment that leads into the next one. And I don't know, I asked you this earlier, but I don't know if anybody has watched the first season of Rhythm and Flow.
No.
Okay. Anyways, you probably haven't, but others I know have. The artist who actually won that.
I only watched the second one just so I can see the nigga from Boston lose.
So the artist that won in the first season had a couple of performances where the stage was set and everything like that, and it was amazing. It was wonderful. So I think that's what I was kind of expecting from this, because it says that it's a musical, written by Fifth. Now, that being said,
Hey, yo, real talk. Belle's got a whole...
yeah.
She has a whole fucking thesis written right here, my nigga. Like, this is crazy. Proceed, my nigga. Like, wow. Go ahead.
That being said, musically I did enjoy it. I think my expectations were just super high from jump, so I had to kind of dial it back, and I don't mean that like any offense at all. A story is indeed being told. I just in the beginning could not figure out 100% whose story was being told or why. I think what threw me off a bit throughout the project was like some of the cadence on some of the tracks. I felt like he was still finding his footing and wasn't really like married to the music or the moments. And I don't know if that makes any sense. Only in some instances. That wasn't throughout the entire project, but it was like there was all of these ebbs and flows of like, ooh, I like this. What's going on? Ooh, I like this. Ooh, what's happening? Wait, like, so, and maybe that was intentional. Like after listening to it a couple of times, I was like, maybe that was intentional. I'm not sure what the story is that's being told, but that's kind of how life is. Like,
Right.
it's almost like a roller coaster. But anyway, there was like a clear transition midway. So right at track 7, that's when I kind of like was like, oh, okay, I like the What's the Truth. It was like a spoken word thing. It started the conversation between him and, I do not want to mispronounce this girl's name. Mashiri. I apologize in advance. But she did it for me. Like she made me listen and
Is it
sort of
Mashiri? Is she Haitian? On the low?
perhaps.
Mashiri? I don't know.
But that was the track that kind of reeled me back in at that point, and that reeled me in every time that conversation emerged again, because there were multiple tracks where they went back to them talking and things like that. My only qualm with the interaction between the two of them was it didn't feel natural. And I know that it's spoken word, but it did not feel like a natural conversation. It almost felt like a cold read, like they were reading it off of the paper.
I felt hers didn't feel natural.
Okay.
His felt natural to me, but proceed.
Well, maybe.
I feel like and correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you jump in the comments and flame me if you want. I felt like these were recorded in separate sessions. So meaning, there was ideas, or that's how it sounded to me, where she recorded her parts and he recorded his parts. Like, you know, when he was
And, like,
talking back,
responding and
that was
stuff?
his ad libs, him playing it back like, yeah, all right.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like type shit.
You know,
I think that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Just based off of the energy of the said conversation.
Okay, see, that actually kind of makes sense to me, because for me, it was like as soon as their conversation pieces started, I could visualize them sitting in like this little hole in the wall, cozy diner by the window
point.
type of thing.
That was
you
the
know?
intent, right?
Yeah.
That was what they wanted to convey, right?
Yeah.
And they succeeded at doing so, but just the way it was recorded, just the way I heard it back and the way it was played back, I was like, I don't know if they were actually in the studio together. You know what I mean? It was either that Fifth Mania sounded very comfortable, in my opinion.
Yep.
Whereas she kind of didn't.
Yeah.
She kind of sounded like she was reciting, not performing.
Yeah.
Right? And when you do a score like this, it has to be a performance.
Yeah.
And that was one of the drawbacks for me.
Yeah.
But continue.
But no, I agree. I agree with that. So, you know, after that, from there, I was like, okay, I like what I'm hearing. I really like Date with Destiny.
Yeah.
I love the hook on that. That was one of my favorite tracks. When I got to Simon Says, I'm like, okay, this is a little chaotic. What's going on? It was giving like a little, not necessarily, is soft metal a thing? Like it wasn't
Niggas
necessarily
said heavy metal.
It wasn't
Niggas said
necessarily
soft metal. Yo, shut the fuck up.
light metal, medium metal. I don't know.
It's a mediocre metal.
It wasn't necessarily heavy metal, but it was given that like. I'm trying to articulate the best way I can, man.
Soft metal. What is soft metal? What's that? Aluminium?
Aluminum foil. No, but that was the vibe that the production was giving me, kind of towards the end of that.
Nigga said brushed aluminum. The fuck?
Bro, see, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing at the project. I'm laughing because
Right.
why you supposed to be silent.
No, I'm laughing at the fucking choice of description. My nigga, soft metal. Is soft metal? Where the fuck is that at? Anyway, continue.
But overall, though, I did ultimately enjoy it. Like I said, I would love to see this project materialize as a stage play. I would definitely pay to go see that. And if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, like at the end, after I heard the project a few more times, I felt like it was like a mirror to life type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I would love to know, you know, what the inspiration was behind it and what the story really is. But I liked it. I did.
I liked it a lot. I actually really enjoyed this because to me, what it sounded like, you know, was him chasing destiny, right?
Okay.
Was Faith Mania chasing destiny, and you know your story and your route, how you dictate how your story's gonna be played out and things of that nature, always is gonna have multi-layers to it, ups and downs, triumphs and squirrels and whatever, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the conversation with the woman.
Yeah.
Kind of solidified that, right? It was like, well, just when I thought I was gonna open up to you,
Yeah.
you want to go and do this or say this and whatever, and it gave me the feeling of what you speak is life, right?
Yeah.
Don't speak bullshit into the universe and expect to get great shit back. What I wanted from it was better wordplay,
Yeah.
you know, because
Same.
of this being a spoken word project, I just felt like just better words could have been
Yeah.
used. And it doesn't mean that it was bad. It was
Yeah.
just like the vocabulary could have been a little more expanded, right?
Yeah, it could have been expressed a little more eloquently.
Right. You know what I mean? And like I just said earlier when I interrupted you that I don't know what old girl name is. Is it Masheri, Masheri? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, lady, if I'm,
Young lady.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I really hate butchering people's names. Like, I don't like doing that. But I just don't know how to pronounce it. But, because Fifth Mania was so, like, into it.
Yeah.
He was so in character.
Yeah.
When it came to these skits, and I just didn't feel the same from her.
Yeah.
So it kind of ruined it for me, but it didn't ruin it for me as far as the dialogue went. The dialogue was exactly in place. It was exactly where it was supposed to be. So I did enjoy it. And when you do spoken word and when you do scores like this, and you have to ride a beat on records, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So I commend him, and I commend Mel the God to. I mean,
Mel Go Hard.
Mel Go Hard. My fault, Mel the God.
That's still a good name.
I commend Mel Go Hard for the production on this, because I don't know what was constructed first. Was it the beat or was it the concept?
Mm-hmm.
And if it was the concept and then you wrapped it around with a beat, that's even more incredible.
Yeah.
I like Fifth Mania and Mel Go Hard. It's not the first time we're rating a project by them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they meshed really well.
Yeah.
I think this was a really good project, man. Like, with my only plight, like I said, was the lyricism could have been tighter, and old girl's engagement could have been tighter as
Yeah.
well.
You know what? And the album title was Black Licorice, right?
Mhm.
I'm wondering, like, what the significance of that is, too.
I still haven't brought that together neither.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to Fifth Mania and find out what he meant by this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Black Licorice is not something that's new. I feel like I heard that title before. So I can't tell you where he was trying to go with this. But all in all, I liked it, man. Like,
I did. I liked it, too.
I've played this multiple times. Like, even after I got a good grasp for the project, I was still playing it.
Yeah.
I love the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork was real good.
The artwork was great. It was a long project as far as tracks go, 20 tracks, but it didn't feel long.
It didn't feel long at all. So, I don't want things to get lost in translation where I said, like, honestly, when I first heard it, I was like, what's going on? But when you listen to it for what it is, you're listening with a different ear, which is what I did. And I did enjoy it in the end. Like I said, I would love, I'm just going to say it again, just to reiterate, I would love to see this as like a real full-on, I think it would be real nice.
I can see that. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the rating. Mel Go Hard and Fifth Mania, Black Licorice. We gave this a solid 4.2 out of 5, man. Shout out Fifth Mania. Shout out Mel Go Hard. Shout out Masheri. That's what I'm going to call you. You know what I mean? I like that name. I feel like that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep working, man. We going to talk soon, bro. All right, so next project. We got somebody who's probably, I don't know, probably one of the most reoccurring guests on this show. Whether it comes to being here on a couch or we're talking about his 11th project. We talking about my man Body Rock. This time he teamed up with Bon Hueso and SD Nack for Infinite Wave. This one's 12 tracks, 34 minutes. Let them go, sis.
An easy listen.
Yeah.
Very wavy, as the title suggests. Infinitely wavy, if you will. A familiar theme, but with a different vibe.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're used to hearing Bordy. We love Bordy. Like, and although this is what I expected, it kind of wasn't. You know what I mean?
In what sense?
Like, the production was meant, you know, as usual. He knows exactly what his sound is, but the vibe was like real chill, real cool, mad jiggy. It sounded like like a Griselda Blanco meets a hood Gotham City by way of Boston's, you know, by way of Boston's Methadone Mile soundtrack.
Wow.
Like,
I like that description.
you
That's
know,
good. Yeah, I like that.
it was just real good, man. My favorite tracks on here are Sensitive Thugs featuring Sheikh Hanif, Anti-Wave
All Need
with
Hugs.
Dunny,
Uh-huh.
Relief, Top Huda,
Uh-huh.
and then everything else. Those were just my top 3. But I liked everything else. I like SD Nack's voice.
SD Nack has a great voice.
Like, real
and
good
not
voice.
not like not just a rapping voice, but like just a narration voice.
Yeah.
Like the nigga like made you want to dial in. You're like, you hear this shit at the beginning. You're like, yeah, word.
Yeah.
Word. How much for that brick though? You know what I mean? Like what's the numbers on
Right.
it? You know what I mean? Yeah, let me use your scale real quick. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know anything about any of these terms. Just want to make that clear.
this is my type of rap.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Bon Hueso, I don't know how many songs he produced. I don't know if I know there was mixed production on here. I'm assuming Bon Hueso like mixed the whole shit. ST Nack. I love how him and Bordy got together and their relationship just kind of catapulted their wave. Like their like what they got going on. Feed the Family, SD Nack, Al Divino, Bon Hueso, 1,000 Words, all those guys. I think all of that came together like very naturally and very organically at the same time. And I feel like Bordy's right where he needs to be right now.
Yeah.
He's in the right pocket. He's saying the right things. It's funny because Bordy means Boricua, right? But now he's fucking with Dominicans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bordy's half Dominican.
Yeah.
And now he's sounding mad Dominican. You know what I mean? Like, even on the end of the song, Infinity, he's like, Charlie, like, I thought he was talking to me.
Yeah.
But that's just something Dominicans say. They call everybody Charlie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Dima Charlie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. And I just love the culture behind the music.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any beat that I didn't like. I love the artwork. The artwork is so fire. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Right?
But this shit looks so wavy. And then he named this shit Infinite Wave.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, I feel you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, as, like, you know, because I always listen to music in my car mostly. So if I'm driving somewhere, you know, I got the dual screen set up. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, you niggas, whatever. And then I see the album art and I'm like, this album art just makes you, it just blends so well with the sound of the project. To tell you what my favorite song was, I couldn't even tell you. It might have been Coco Trillo. I ain't gonna hold you. Which is a silly ass record. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love that record. You know, I didn't think there was no skips. at all.
None.
No skips. I play this shit top to bottom.
None.
Like there's nothing bad that you could tell me about this shit.
Did you
Only-
listen to it all the way through?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're supposed to with a project like
Well,
this.
no. I listened to it all the way through. However, my first replay was on Relief. I played it
why
like
is
I
that?
got to Relief and I played it like 3 times and then I moved on. I
Relief?
don't know. I just really liked it. With Top Huda.
You see,
Sorry. Yeah. What are
no,
you talking
Relief
about?
Is, no, Relief is a whole nother album. Relief is on
What are you talking about?
Sweetheart. What are you
I
talking
must have
about?
listened really far. I must have just
Yeah.
kept listening to.
Yeah, I'm like Relief. I'm like, no, wait, what? Like,
Oh Lord, I must have just been listening to
yeah,
See,
Relief.
that's how good the album was. I listened to it all the way through, and I just kept listening. I thought,
You be on Apple Music? Where
yeah,
keeps
it just
playing?
plays like
Yeah,
the other
Relief,
stuff
I think
afterward.
is a Feed the Family record.
I'm bugging out. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah,
Either
man.
way, I loved it. Okay. So then,
but-
Anti-Wave and Sensitive Thugs were my 2 favorite. Then Relief just came one after that.
Yeah, Sensitive Thugs is that one. I love You Infinity. Anti-Wave is fire.
Yeah.
Like no bullshit. Fetty Gamo fire.
Yes, Fetty Gamo
Like
was real
yo,
good.
bro. I mean, like there's so many good records on here, man. Like I can't tell you what my favorite one was, but like I think Go-Go Thriller might be my favorite shit. Like as unserious as that song
Yeah.
was, as far as like every other song, it just spoke to me. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it was a short ass record too and shit like that. But I love that record. But Bodie is in his bag
He
right
is.
now with this one. Shout out SD Nack, shout out Bone Way So man. Like I feel the partnership that you guys got going on right now is doing a really good thing for the scene. I feel like everybody was on the same page as far as like where we were with this. And out of 5 red cups, we gave Bodie Rock Infinite Wave 4.8. Shout out my man Bodie Rock.
I'm so mad that I got that wrong.
What?
Relief. I was like so into everything that I didn't even.
I was
My
like,
bad.
Because you said it
I was
twice,
in the
and I'm
middle
like-
of an infinite
and
wave.
I'm like,
You
wait,
understand
what
me?
is she
So
talking about right now? I'm like, Relief? I'm like, that sounds like a record that I heard already. But whatever. It happens.
It happens.
All right? So, Bells, what's up? Let's talk. What you want to talk
hot,
about?
actually, to be honest.
Tell me what you want to talk about, man. What you want to talk about first?
What we want to talk about first? What you got?
I want to talk about Ice wilding out.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like that's the first thing I want to bring up right
Yeah.
now. We all know who I voted for this last election, right? Who I voted for. Which I should never fucking told y'all niggas. Right? But, yeah, I voted red. Now what? Right? But anyway, not saying that I would have changed my decision, but what I will say is, we didn't know how messy it was going to get. Now, here's the thing. Ice has been wilding out. Grabbing niggas, grabbing kids at their school, grabbing motherfuckers anywhere, everywhere. And it's a very loaded conversation because being an illegal immigrant is still illegal, right? But also tearing apart families is another thing, right? So, Bells, I want to hear your take on it.
Honestly, I don't know if I have a take. Whoops. See, this is what I was talking about.
Just watch what you put in your hands. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
I don't necessarily have a take. I think I don't know. It's chaotic, it's crazy, it's cruel. I don't really understand what the motive behind all of this is. It really seems like they're hyper focused on this, and I feel like for people who, you know, this country really, you didn't discover it, this country, to be so adamant about, you know, pulling all of these people out and sending them back to wherever, just as long as they're not here on American soil, is kind of unhinged. And I really don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't.
What I will say is, I feel like they're publicizing a lot of the black and brown ICE attacks more than the European ICE attacks, because they are actually happening as well, right? It's not just the black and brown people who are being targeted, right? But I feel like there's more focus on that for whatever reason, which is weird as far as mainstream media goes. Here's the thing, because for me, this might come off kind of fucked up. I see a whole bunch of motherfuckers trying to band niggas together, talking about where's the black people at, acting like they minding their business. You know, y'all wasn't saying this when this, that, and the third was going on. Y'all wasn't doing this when this, that, and the third was going on. Nigga, our problem was we were black.
Right.
Not that we was illegal.
Their problem was that we are black.
Right. It wasn't that we was illegal. So I don't think the two things are the same. If you're illegal and the government wants to crack down on the illegal activities.
But my thing is like, what illegal activities? Not everybody is involved. So the children who are just like casualties of this thing, they're being ripped apart from their families. They're being separated. Like people are being arrested. I saw.
Are the children illegal?
I don't know. I don't even know. I think it's like a mixture of people who were already here that came to their families, or I don't know. I don't feel like I am
too well versed in this
enough to like really have an in-depth conversation about this. But from what I've seen, you know, I mean, for you to say like that the black and brown people, that we're like kind of hyper focused on them and they're the ones that are being shown in mainstream media and things like that, I do feel like they're being targeted a little more aggressively.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
you go to motherfucking McKenna's, nigga, over. I ain't trying to rap, but you know, you go somewhere in Dorchester right now and find a whole bunch of Ireland men. You know what I'm saying? Find them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Go get them motherfuckers. Go get those motherfuckers drinking Guinness, nigga. The fuck? But y'all ain't worried about them. You want to go get the niggas who's drinking Modelo and shit. Coronas. You know what I mean? You want to get them niggas. Man, well, I get it. Y'all don't fuck with Mexico, all right? But here's the thing, though. If they're illegal, is it wrong? If they're here illegally, is it wrong to send them back today? Because
but how many
no, Bells, no, hold on. If I was to go to England right now, undocumented,
how would you get there? Not today. You wouldn't be able to.
I would take a flight.
A flight?
You could take a flight anywhere in the world.
And then what? What do you mean undocumented?
And then I just stay there. And then I want to build a life there. And I want to work under the table and things of that nature. And then the government finds out about me. And they bring my black ass back to America.
But my thing
is that wrong?
I don't know. I guess it depends on who you're asking. Because are you posing a threat? Because for them, the this is happening under the guise of like everybody who is being ripped away and torn out of this country, they're posing some sort of
I don't like that
national
narrative.
Security and public safety.
They're
risk
talking about as a
or
whole.
threat.
They're talking about as a whole, right? Because if we're being completely honest, right, and we're not gonna do it under the guise of white versus brown or white versus black. If you think about a lot of these countries, who are the people who are heavy in the drug trade or sex trade and things of that nature, right? So that's why it's justifiable to the government. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that it's under the guise of that, right?
Yeah,
but
you're
ultimately,
assuming.
but it's under the guise of that, of what's already happened within history, right? And then they're still illegal. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. It's like, bro, I don't like the fact that there's Mexican Americans who are like, oh, well, you know, why aren't the blacks stepping up for us? Nigga, because this ain't really our problem. Just being honest. It's really not.
I mean,
it's really not.
I that I can't fully agree with. I do believe that the problem is not really a black, white, brown problem as far as like, oh, it's not our problem in that sense. I think it's a human problem. Like,
well, it's a human problem anywhere in the world, though.
Yeah, for sure.
You could go to I could go to Nigeria right now and I don't got no papers and I'm there for 8 months and if niggas find out that I'm there with no visa, no nothing, they gonna try to send my black.
I'm not sure about that, actually.
All right.
Because there are actually a lot of African countries that are welcoming black folks.
Ghana is one of them, right? Ghana's doing that, right? But I can't say that about Nigeria. I can't say that about a lot of Africans.
Yeah.
Let me be in Egypt, nigga. Them Egyptians think they were the whitest Africans. You know what I mean? South Africa, forget about it. You're out of here, buddy. You're getting the fuck out of here. You don't look like Elon Musk, nigga. What you doing here, nigga? Yeah. And we don't even say that in Africa, but I'm going to still call you a nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my thing is like, I feel for people as far as families being ripped apart. Like that part is what, you know, fucks me up where it's like, damn, like say their kids was born here and their parents was, you know, technically illegal. And then now their parents are sent back to wherever and the kids are still here. Now they in foster care and all that bullshit. Now they in the system.
Yeah.
That's the shit that fucks me up because I have children.
Yeah.
So I understand that part where it's like, damn, you being ripped apart from your kids and all of that. That's fucked up.
My thing is like, if you're saying that the reasoning behind this is that you're targeting high-risk individuals, you are trying to protect national security or whatever the case is and public safety, you are managing and enforcing immigration laws, you are trying to combat transnational crime, how do you just bunch everybody else, you know, everyone as a whole into one group and say, you know what, we just gonna take all of y'all and whoever, you're gonna take the good and the bad apples all together, we don't care, just go.
I just want it to be fair.
Well, that's
the thing. So like, if we're gonna target the Guatemalans, the Salvadorans,
I don't think ICE spells fair, but
all the Central Americans, nigga, do the same shit with the motherfucking illegal Russians, nigga. Do the same shit with the illegal Italians, the illegal Greeks, the illegal Albanians, the illegal, all them fucking European countries, nigga, have that same energy when it comes to them to when it comes to anybody that doesn't look white, right? That's my thing. That's my only plight with this whole shit. But what I will say is, as far as it being illegal, if it's illegal and you want to get rid of it, then fucking, that's the government's right to do so. Because when niggas was selling cocaine, they was treating cocaine dealers like murderers. Getting crazier numbers than murderers, actually. Motherfucker go to jail for manslaughter, get out in 15 years, 10 years. But then you got a nigga who sold a few keys and he went to jail for 25 years. I feel like that's the new flip right now. You doing this shit. If you illegal while black or brown, it's a problem. That's my beef with it.
Are they deporting or removing like domestic terrorists from the country as well? People who live here
You
who
mean
also
like niggas
pose a
like
threat.
Timothy McVeigh and
Yeah.
shit, like them type of niggas?
Yeah, y'all not focused on them
but,
at all.
but how you gonna deport a nigga if they from here?
Send them somewhere, right?
Where you gonna send them?
Wherever, just like they're sending them wherever they want.
You're not being fair, Bells.
No,
You're not being
nothing
fair.
is fair
You're not
about
being- no, 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 no.
anything that's
No,
happening
because,
in this
because,
country.
because you have to think about it from a logical standpoint. You're talking about a domestic terrorist is something that we have to deal with internally. Now, if you're foreign, you're from a foreign, right? We gotta send you back to where you came from, right? That's what the government is looking at it as. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that to the niggas and the El Padrinos, do it to the guys from there yonder as well.
Yeah.
Do it to the Europeans. Nigga. Do it to whoever. Do it for anybody who don't look like you or not.
I mean, if we're being technical, we're all illegal immigrants because this ain't our land,
Bells,
your
stop
land,
it.
my land.
Stop it.
There were
Stop
people
it.
already here when you discovered it.
All right. Okay, Christopher Columbus, get the fuck out of here, my nigga. All right.
I'm done.
I'm just saying, to you, children of immigrants, understand this. I don't know if you think that if black people come to your aid to talk about it, it will help you say nigga a little more freely. I don't really understand the concept behind your illegal ass aunt or uncle or mother or father. You saying that they deserve to be here. If they're illegal, technically speaking, no. Now, the people who are in the process, right? The people who are in the process and they, you know what I mean, they doing the right things and they ain't solidified yet. That's the shit that breaks my heart. And if they are sending people back who are actually residents of the U.S., if they're doing that, then that's bullshit too. I'm all about just shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's make it just. But you can't be mad at any government for sending an illegal immigrant back to where they came from. Period. We got it. Can we agree on that?
I'm not informed enough to answer that question. or agree.
No. Just that statement. You can't be upset with any government to send back an illegal immigrant
I
to
can't
where they
say
came
that.
from.
I can't
Why?
say that. I can't say that.
Why?
Because, for example, right? If there are people who are fleeing from whatever and they end up here and they don't pose any security threat, they're, they're working or they're contributing to their communities like many people do.
Working under the table, not paying
I mean,
taxes.
but I'm not even going to talk about taxes, but what is the problem? Why can't they be here for real? What's the actual reasoning behind it? You can't say that we're overpopulated because the world cannot be overpopulated. The country's not overpopulated.
But my thing is the why is not important.
Oh, then if the why is not important, then my answer is not important. It doesn't matter whether I agree or not.
No, the why isn't important because if you're talking about like these are the laws, right? Because the law has to be the law.
The law
right?
breaks the law all the time.
All right,
This is why I'm saying like we can't.
That's not fair. You can't do that because
Okay.
Bells, I done been a victim of the legal system. Like you acting like I'm over here like, yeah, nigga, yeah, let's throw it up for the law, police gang. No, nigga, fuck them niggas.
I didn't
fuck the
insinuate
government,
that at
fuck
all.
all of that. But what I'm saying is, if we're looking at it from a black and white standpoint, right? If you say, yeah, you have X amount of time to be here, and you overstayed your welcome, I think the problem is for a lot of people is that there's a task force for it now. Like, people get mad at ICE. Like, they're not just doing their jobs.
No, but I mean, first of all, let me say this too, because I mean, I don't know what exactly is going on in California right now. But I saw a clip of these people are in military gear. It's like they're coming to get the most wanted criminals on the face of the earth out of this country.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But
Like,
California's not fucking with ICE as a state.
Yeah.
Which is gangster. I
Yeah.
like that too.
but I seen a girl. I don't know what they were. It wasn't obviously a bullet or anything like that, but they shot her with something, and she was literally just trying to get back into her apartment building. Like, and she wasn't an immigrant. She was a young white woman who was just trying to get back into her apartment
she
building.
about
They're
to
like,
get a
get
bag.
back, get back, get back. And it's like, get back from what? I just want to
Well,
go home.
Megan, go get that bag, sweetheart.
So, I don't know.
Because you know you got the complexion for the connection. Right? And you going to get all the millions. The millions and millions and millions. And my thing is, do people fuck up at their jobs all the time? Yeah, absolutely. These ICE niggas, I don't even think of, these ICE niggas don't even know what the fuck they supposed to be doing. They're like, we don't even know who we're fighting anymore. They're like,
That's
we
terrible.
fighting niggas in tank tops and flip flops. They don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm not saying it's hard on them. I'm just saying that there's a problem with the blurred lines. If it's illegal, all right, so for example, say it was Saddam Hussein's third cousin that was living over in Tennessee, and he was illegal. But he ain't never did nothing bad in his life. But he just so happened to be Saddam Hussein's third cousin. So now he has a target on his back. Not because he did anything, but because he's Saddam Hussein's third cousin. And they go grab up little Ahmad. They go
I
grab,
can't stand you, bro.
they go grab that nigga up. So it's fuck ICE.
This analogy is not even a good one.
Why?
It's like he's guilty by
Okay,
association.
all right,
but
okay, all right, all right. Then fuck Ahmad, right? Let's talk about Consuela, right? She lived next door to you. You ain't know Consuela has no connections to El Chapo, no nothing, right? She ain't even from Mexico. She's something from Central America or
Okay.
any Spanish-speaking country. Don't even matter.
Okay.
Nice lady. You even let her kid get. You even let your kid get babysitted by Consuela, cause she
Babysat.
clean. You know what I mean? She cook. She make the good arroz con pollo, pollo guisado, bistec con coco.
Is that a thing? That's, I never heard that word.
You know what I mean? Bistec encebollado.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pastelitos.
Okay. Come on. What else?
She make all that good shit. You're like, yo, Consuela, you my nigga. But Consuela been here for 15 years illegally.
Okay.
And her number just came. They came up and grabbed Consuela.
For what?
Because she's illegal, Bells.
Okay, so she doesn't deserve to be here. Is that what we're saying, right?
Yes. Like,
But what is the metric we're using to measure who deserves to be here or not? Because even
did you figure out how to be here permanently through the proper channels?
whatever.
Look, I got a friend of mine whose mother is a convicted felon, right? When all this Trump shit started happening, when Trump got first elected, his first tenure, his first term, what'd she do? She did all the right things to get right. Now she's a permanent citizen of the U.S. Or not even a citizen, a resident. They can't fuck with her.
You know,
And she's She literally got convicted for moving cocaine.
Okay.
They can't fuck with her because she's a resident now, and she's no longer in the judicial system. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, if you go through the proper channels and you do what you got to do, then nobody's gonna fuck with you.
But okay, we're talking about proper channels and going through the process and things like that. There's another side to this coin is the process is not cheap, it is not quick, and it is not easy. So sometimes it's like, yeah, you know, there are proper. What was that for?
I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to put my hand down because I'm. Go ahead.
So, okay, it's like, you know, some people who are here, and what if they're working towards that? What if it's like, okay, well, I need to make the money and I need the time to be able to go through the proper channels. You mean to tell me, okay, like, well, go back home and wait. Is that like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, going back home for them, the better option for them, the safer option, or the, you know, what makes more sense for them, whatever the reasoning is for them to be here instead of where they came from. Because nobody's fleeing from paradise. Nobody's leaving a great life to come here and be tortured and treated like they're less than human.
Welcome to Death Row.
No one in their right mind is doing that. So it's a whole lot that goes into this, and this is why I don't feel like I am informed enough to even like really have this conversation, because whatever I say is coming from a space that has a limited scope of what's really going on and why.
Did you even vote in the last 2 elections?
I did.
Okay.
Does it matter?
It does matter. It does matter because it means that you give a fuck.
Your friend and his constituent are talking about, Elon, you know, he's really great with those computers. So you guys don't even have to vote. Don't even go vote because I'm going to be the president. So, you know, fairness out the window, logic out the window.
For me,
abiding by laws out the window.
For me being a tax-paying citizen, you know, I pay a lot of taxes. You know, there's a lot of taxes, and, you know, I pay a lot of them, right? Many taxes.
All the taxes.
But look, illegal's illegal. And I don't wanna sound like that guy. But nigga, y'all did that shit to me. Okay? And the way that the judicial system works is, if you're going to crack down on some shit, you're going to crack down on some shit. Because there was a war on drugs. Then there was a war on terrorism. Now, there's a war on immigration. So you have these theoretical wars that pop up every 10 to 15 years.
America just be starting stuff, instigating their own fights.
Maybe 20. And the war on immigration is what's popping right now. It's trendy. You know? It's what's happening.
Welcome to Death Row.
So I just don't want you Mexican Americans or any whatever Americans to be like, why is black people not talking about it? Because we have spoken about it.
Black people, I feel like
we was getting terrorized, and we was actually citizens
for hundreds of years.
So I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like you on your own, nigga.
Welcome to Death Row.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know why I don't give a fuck? Because all my Haitian ass fucking family members who here, they did the right thing, nigga. They here legally. You know what I mean? They did the right shit. Okay, we might have been a little more well off, right? Because people came here and they planted their seeds and they planted their roots, nigga, and they got out here and then they did the right thing for everybody else to get out here.
Yeah.
Cool. That might not be your story, but you also have to understand that when you on that trip, nigga, when you about to go do something, getting caught is a possibility.
Welcome to Death Row.
Just like when you out there trapping and you moving weight state to state, border to border. The ideology is let's make it to where we need to be. But if we get caught, we knew that it was a possibility. So what are we crying about now that we're in jail?
Welcome to Death Row.
You see what I'm saying? Like, no, dead ass. Like, if we get caught, we're supposed to be like, damn, man, the government's so fucked up. Why won't you just let me move these packs across these state lines? Why can't I just move? I ain't kill nobody. I ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah.
I'm just selling some coke or heroin or fentanyl or whatever the fuck it is that niggas want to move. Why is that different from illegal immigration? That's all I'm saying. But the people who are here legally, man, I stand with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to keep hearing you motherfuckers acting like, yo, let's band together. Is your mom still illegal? Yes. Oh, well, how the fuck am I supposed to band with her? What am I supposed to do for her?
Welcome to Death Row.
I'm supposed to expedite the process? Who the fuck am I? Am I a diplomat? Do I have any government credentials? Because the last time I checked, I don't. What am I supposed to do for you? Seriously. Am I supposed to write a nice letter to Donald Trump? Dear Mr. Trump. Griselda Baez is a very nice person. She watched my kids for 5 years. I get it. She's been here for 15 years and she didn't do anything to try to get her residency. But she's a nice person.
Well, you also don't know that either, though. You don't know that they didn't try. You don't know any of that.
It doesn't matter if they tried or if they didn't.
Yeah.
What's white and what's black is what's white and what's black.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you do it? No. Did you do it? Yes. Period. Like, I think we need to stop looking at shit as, like, yeah, there's deadlines and shit like that and blah, 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 blah. But if you don't do shit when you're supposed to do it and then shit happens to you, I'm sorry. I don't feel bad. That's all I'm saying.
Welcome to Death Row.
I don't feel bad.
Okay.
Man, anyway, you had mad topics, man. Come on.
Mad topics.
What you want to talk about, man?
Welcome to Death Row.
Right. Well, moving on to the BET Awards.
Yeah,
2025
BET Awards.
BET Awards.
That shit looked moving.
Yeah, it was
It
cool.
looked
and they
fun.
They had
Bow Wow was scared as fuck as Erica Mena pulled up.
Just popped
and why
up.
did she look so fucking creepy, my nigga? That shit was weird.
I don't know what that interaction was about, who set it up or how it happened, if that was in the script or not.
Yeah.
He did not seem to know anything about it.
I don't like Erica Mena.
Okay. I don't know Erica Mena personally to dislike her. Do I dislike her public, like, image?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But what do you expect from, like, Love and Hip Hop and, like, Ratchet TV and stuff like that?
Chrissy
Not
Lampkin's
much.
still cool. Rashida's still cool. There's mad people who's still cool. Erica Mena, nah, not so much.
Yeah, she could get a little manic, but I don't know. I ain't here to bash the girl. I hope that she finds all the things that she's looking for. I pray she gets everything that she deserves and she heals.
You know what she deserves?
I don't want that.
Therapy.
A lot of us do.
Yeah.
A lot of us
You
do.
think I need therapy, Bill?
Yes, so
Why?
much of it.
Why?
Lots of it.
Why?
All the
Why?
therapy. The
Grease,
best therapy.
Grease, you think I need therapy?
The best therapy.
1,000% doesn't even make any sense. You know why? Because percent means out of 100. That's bullshit. You see, this is what I mean about these immigrants.
So, one thing surrounding the BET Awards that is, all over the Twitters and stuff like that is an interaction that happened between Kai Cenat and Wale. Now, Kai Cenat, obviously, he's a streamer.
He's a
super
child.
popular. Okay, yes, a young boy. And he was live streaming while he was at the BET Awards, and he and Wale ran into each other in a garage.
Wale ran into him. Pause.
What? Okay. Either way.
Wale caught his attention. Like, Wale went out of his way to say
Out
what
of
up.
his way?
Yeah.
That's
I saw the video.
I feel like you're reaching a little
I
bit.
saw the video.
You're
Nah,
reaching a little
go
bit.
ahead. Go
and
continue,
even if
though.
that is the case, if Wale is the one that approached him, like, he didn't have to. He's just showing love.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, but
Land
like
this
the way
plane.
you saying, oh, he went out of his way is almost like he
land
was.
this plane. Land this plane. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead. Do what you're doing.
If you let me, like, but so they dap each other up. A guy to that gets in his car and goes, yeah. First of all, when he interacted with him, he's like, yeah, what's good, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
He
Okay,
does
cool.
That with all of his
Then he
fans.
goes, Wale, what you do? When he gets in the car, and I'm like,
Nah, because you got to understand, he's live streaming at all time. So he's looking at the screen.
yeah.
And
And
then
his
somebody said Wale. And he was like, Wale?
what he do?
What does he do?
And I mean, I guess maybe it's a generational type of thing, but I feel like I, said earlier, I'm like, you might not listen to J. Cole, but you know who J. Cole is. You might not listen to Wale, but you know who Wale is. And I don't know if it was like he actually did not know who Wale was or if he was just being funny or whatever. Either way.
We like Wale.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we came up with Wale.
Yeah.
When Wale was on his way to stardom, which he did succeed for.
Mm-hmm.
He did succeed in for a limited amount of time, but he definitely got there. Kai Cenat is how old? 24, 25?
I don't even know.
Like, I don't even think he's 25.
Yeah, no.
So that means we're 10 plus years older than this kid. I can ask anybody in his age bracket right now. I can ask 10 people in his age group right now who consider themselves hip-hop fans that don't know who Wale is. And I think it's fucked up. But do we really expect Kai Cenat to know who Wale is?
I mean, I don't know. The people who are on his live stream, the people who are following him, I would assume that they're also in his age group as well, and many of them knew
And
who he
that's why they
was.
knew who Wale was, right? But he didn't.
No, I said they were in his age group,
Right.
and they know who Wale is.
I
and he
don't think they're
doesn't.
all in his age group. I think
I didn't say all of them, but most people who are watching Kai Cenat faithfully are in his age group. Either way, Wale had his phone out and he had a Nintendo Switch in his head. And he goes, "Oh, what you playing on the Nintendo Switch, bro?" And he goes, "Oh, Smash Bros." He's like, "I'll beat you." Then he got into the car. Now, from that, Wale, I believe, got like a Nintendo ad out of that.
Shout out to Wale.
Which comes in perfect time because he's actually releasing an album soon, and he has a record coming out with 4 Bats actually tomorrow. So great publicity for him.
Shout out to Wale.
At this point,
that was great, but I don't think we should crucify Kai Cenat for
No,
not knowing
whoa,
Wale.
that is a very strong word. Nobody crucifying guys in
But
that.
people is on his back about it. Like when he read, when you read the letters WALE together, and you don't know that it says Wale, that means you just don't know who he is as an artist. Period. And that's not a bad thing. That's just you out the loop as far as who he is. Because name the last Wale record that went international.
Why are you asking me a question
Would
like
you
that? I don't know.
believe me if I said I'm in love? Baby, I want you to want me. Oh, good song. Good song, right? That was with Miguel, the Mexican, right?
What?
Is he Mexican?
Boy.
But he might not be. But whatever. Huh? Oh, that's not even the right song. What was the
It's
shit? What was the shit?
terrible.
All right, my fault.
Terrible.
You see J. Cole. You see? I don't even fucking know. What's the fucking song? All right, hold up. Nah, that was a Wale song. Nah. Hold up. Yeah, Lotus Flower Bomb. Was that Miguel too?
That was Miguel.
Yeah. Lotus Flower Bomb. Firefly. When I'm low. She take me high. Right? All right. So, but that song, and then there was also another record with, God damn it. If there's a question of my heart, you got it. Yo, what? That song was fire. That's Ursula, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Fire. 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 Fire.
Yeah, he has a song with Jeremiah too on Chill.
On Chill?
That's another one, yeah.
Which one is that? How'd that go? Sing that shit, girl.
We've been on a tragedy for months.
Oh,
Why
okay.
can't you
Very
agree with me
one,
for
yeah.
once?
Yeah.
Maybe we could be on Chill tonight.
Baby, yeah, I like this
Okay.
one. Yeah, Wale got some hits, but you have to remember. You gotta remember that, like after his separation from Mama Huevo, MMG.
Yo. Leave me all the way alone, please.
When he left MMG, he kind of disappeared.
Yeah, and I don't think that he disappeared in the sense that like his career was over. I do believe that he made a personal choice, honestly, because all right. Moving along.
He made a personal choice. You know what I'm
I think I do know that he had a child. I don't know if, he kind of stepped away and, I don't know all the intricacies of that.
Well,
However,
I don't blame Kazanov for not knowing who the fuck the nigga is. You seen a nigga, he thought he was a fan with a Nintendo Switch.
I highly doubt that he thought he was a fan.
And he looked different. He looked less rich.
And that's that you reaching all the way to Ohio. Cause
Yo, look, I like Wale. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to my homegirl Alessa. Love you, baby. I ain't even Catholic, but I know you was. There was my man I used to run with all the time back in the day. She used to call him Wale because he had the locks like Wale. And that was the Wale era. Like, that's when he was popping. You know what I mean? But, like, I can't get behind, like, you should know who Wale is. Like, why? Like, yeah, he had his hits that did good for him. Nike Boots is still my favorite Wale record.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I like the Max B version a little bit better. But I like the black ones. I like the gray ones. I like the suede ones. Ain't nobody flyer than me. All right, free Max B. But when you look at Store Power, it was easy for niggas to forget about Wale. If we're being honest. It was easy. It came easy. Like, nobody cared. Did you care?
Speak for yourself.
Did you care?
I did.
Why? You like go-go music?
That's not all he made. What are you talking about?
He
But
made
I
a lot
like
of
him as
go-go
an
music.
artist. I mean, he did. And
I
speak for that-
haven't seen a tweet that said, what the fuck happened to Wale? Like, I haven't heard nobody, like, fiending for Wale music. Meaning that we could do without him. And it doesn't mean that we didn't like his music. It was just more like we had supplements for that. So, therefore, for a nigga like Kai Cenat being 24, 25, whatever, however the fuck old he is, early 20s, not knowing who Wale is not too far-fetched.
No, it's not. And honestly, it is what it is. But I think where I'm like kind of like, okay, y'all are doing too much. Relax. Not too much on Wale. It's like people like, oh, his lame, his this, that. And it's like, you don't know him, or you don't like him. Okay, cool. But the interaction between him and Kai Cenat, I think, has just sparked this like weird debate on the internet that I don't
What's
feel
the
is
debate?
necessary. Just like there's people who grew up on Wale and they're like, yo, like this is disrespectful. Like you don't know who he is. Like you don't, you know.
I grew up with Wale and I don't feel that way.
I didn't think that it was a disrespectful interaction at all. I think that people are just kind of blowing it out of proportion.
You have to look at the class that he came in with.
Mm-hmm.
There was Drake,
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole,
Mm-hmm.
Big Sean, Kid Cudi, Wale, and a plethora of other artists. Out of all those other artists, I can't tell you who they are. Kid Cudi's not even as relevant as he should be anymore, right? The only reason he's relevant right now is because we know Diddy blew up his fucking car. Right? Drake, J. Cole, who else was in that class? Was Playboy Cardi in that class? A$AP Rocky. He's not even fucking relevant. He's only relevant because he models. And he got Rihanna pregnant a couple of times. And what Drake said, even if you rap, they're going to say you should have modeled because it's mid again. I love that bar. Even if you rap, they going to say you should have modeled because it's mid again.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Meaning his shit is mid, nigga. Like, he's like, what do you mean you don't get that bar? Like, what don't you understand? Like, it was very like in your face about it.
I thought you were saying, I didn't know you were saying mid again.
Yeah, mid again.
But I still don't get it, but whatever.
Because he's,
I don't know.
whatever.
I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get
Jesus
it. Like,
Christ.
leave me alone.
Yeah, so that class,
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that Double XL dropped and all the, Drake looked super corny, right? Like, oh my God, like the corniest of the corny. And I had my money on A$AP Rocky, that he was going to be the biggest artist. And Wale, I always gravitate towards the dark skinned brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? I'll be like, yeah, these niggas right here, yeah, let's go. And Wale disappointed me, so that I don't feel bad for him when people don't know who the fuck he is. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, you should have positioned yourself a little better. Not saying that you can all the time. Drake is an anomaly. J. Cole's an anomaly. You know what I mean? Oh, and I think Kendrick was a part of that same class, right? Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Another anomaly.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi. I thought Kid Cudi would have lasted. Day and Night was my shit.
Yeah.
What? That song, Day and Night. Like, the lonely stoner, see, what he say, free his mind at night. Right? Nigga, I used to smoke by myself all the time at that time. I was like, yeah, word, nigga, I'm a lonely stoner, nigga. You know what I mean? God damn, what a time.
Yeah.
Kai Cenat don't know that time.
Yeah.
I was selling drugs and working a full-time job at that time. Kai Cenat was like 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gonna be mad at my daughter because she don't know who fucking who's coming and going right now?
I don't even. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. In 15 years from now, whatever, 10 years from now, you ask my daughter who's fucking, I don't even know who's no new rappers. What's that nigga that just got bagged in New York? Tay-K? Is that his name? No?
I don't know.
Whatever. I don't fucking know. But this is the same shit I'm talking about. It's the same shit I'm talking about, man. It's okay for a nigga like Kai Cenat to not know who Wale is. And you might have heard his music at some point, but for you to know what he looks like, that's a whole nother thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
You see a nigga come up to you and dap you up, you don't know who the fuck the nigga is, man.
Yeah.
You thought he was a fan.
I don't know about, but it was a quick interaction. It wasn't like.
But that's exactly what it seemed
Yeah.
like. From a nigga, like, if you look at Kai, like, he's moving around. Like, he's one of the hottest niggas in the world right now, entertainment.
Okay.
Black entertainment.
Okay.
Right? He's at the BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
He's moving around. He sees somebody, oh, yo, what's up, my boy? I say, what's up, my boy, to everybody, Bells. You see me. I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know these niggas. and I'm local, that nigga's international. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the sentiment. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Cool.
Shout out Casanat.
Shout out.
Shout out Wale.
Kai. And shout out Wale.
I want to touch on this Puff shit just because there's a Jane Doe who's a witness who Puff is still paying everything for. And this is all speculation because she's the Jane Doe.
Right.
But who do you think the Jane Doe is?
But who's saying that he's still paying her rent? Who's the source? Oh, she's saying
said
this.
that Puff is still paying all her bills, her rent, and all of that.
Okay. Who do I think she is?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I think it's 50 Cent's baby's mom, you little fucking sex worker, you little fucking whore. I think that's what's going on here. I think she's going to testify against Puff, but not testify against Puff, if that makes sense. She's going to say enough to get away from the Puff.
Yo, please.
But still reap the benefits as if it's enough.
Yeah.
These bitches, man.
Okay. Don't piss me off.
Bells, you don't seem like you want to talk about this topic. Why?
You know, I'm really not. One, I'm not following the case for real.
Why are you not following the case? It's the
Do I
hottest shit
have
in
to?
America. It's the hottest shit in America. It's kind of your job.
You know, I followed that to an extent, and I think I'm done now. I'm exasperated. I don't know. It's a lot.
No.
What do you mean no? I get to it. I'm the one that's feeling this. I get to feel that. You don't get to tell me.
I
whether-
think that you should stop feeling that way and do better.
Oh, okay. I will definitely
As a journalist,
keep that in mind.
As a journalist, you should want to give a fuck.
But also, as a journalist, I get to choose what I want to talk about, and I just choose not to talk about that. I don't care for it right now anymore.
No,
We
it's
talked
not-
about it already.
It's the hottest shit in the streets right now.
I'm not in the streets.
It's the hottest shit in the streets. The streets need this.
9 times out of 10, I'm like in my living room or in the kitchen or in my room.
Kitchen, that's where women belong.
See? You're telling me where I belong, what I should think, what I should do, what I should be interested in, how I should feel. This is feeling real controlling.
What's controlling? Me?
I'm blinking twice for help. I don't know how many times that was, but.
So, you don't think that's weird, though?
Hey,
that
man.
somebody is testifying and
I don't
the
know what
person
they got
that you're
going on.
testifying against or with or whatever the fucking case may be is still paying all your bills?
These are personal choices that people are making. I have no idea.
She's a whore.
I don't know who she is.
Whoever she is. Whore. Why would you allow yourself to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whore. Just whore behavior.
Getting her bills paid? But he's doing it voluntarily, no?
Imagine that. Imagine me, like, what? I can, like, pull Puff, my nigga. Like, goddamn. Shout out my nigga Puff, man. Hold your head, man.
But
Free
is he
you.
voluntarily?
Free you, my nigga. Free you, my nigga. They can't hold you forever. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Death Row.
Is he doing it intentionally? Like, I mean, it's his choice,
It's
right?
probably on auto pay. He probably don't even know.
What?
The nigga's rich.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an agreement that they made and he's, you know, it's still happening, it is what it is. Because I'm pretty sure that he would
The
have.
first came and went.
Yeah, but I'm
rent
pretty
paid.
sure that he has people who would be able to stop that if that's what he wanted to do.
Welcome to Death Row.
He's rich, Bells.
Yeah, so
And
what we
he's
talking
trying to
about?
buy her love right now.
Hey, man.
So if you going like what you about to say tomorrow?
And if that's the case, that's the case.
It's
You
like,
feel
bitch,
me? Like,
It's like, bitch, tomorrow's the first.
yeah.
Still need a place to stay, right? Fuck you talking about? You ain't worked in 8 years.
Welcome to Death Row.
All right? Stop playing with me.
Welcome to Death Row.
And if that's the case, that's the case. That's
Big
their
Puff,
arrangement.
Big Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy, you heard? Don't forget the daddy.
You need to leave.
All right, yo, I'm out. You ain't got much to say about this. You got anything else you want to talk about, Belts?
You know, this has been a bit of a tumultuous interaction.
Welcome to Death Row.
In light of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, is there
Here we go.
anything,
Here we go with the bullshit.
is there anything that you want to get off of your chest? We're here.
I would like to find out who the people who are over at El Padrino Tequila. I would like to get a sponsorship for CWTFB Radio. As you can see, we're covering your label right now because we don't want to talk about you until you pay us. So we will figure out a way to get in contact and yeah.
So what you're saying is your financial struggles are weighing heavy on you.
No, my financial struggles are fine. Actually, there's actually no struggle involved with my financials at all. What I'm saying is I like money. That's all I'm saying. Do you like money?
Welcome to Death Row.
Yeah, money's cool. Money's cool, you know.
It's called fun coupons.
Fun coupons. Fun
You can
coupons are
just
cool.
Throw
They're
them at
fun.
shit. Fun coupons. Nigga. Throw them around, nigga. Shit happens when you throw them shits around. You understand what I'm saying? Episode 269
Yes.
with
Man.
my sis, Big Bells from a big block.
The biggest.
I'm Charlie Machine.
Yes, sir.
We in the media lab at the Sound Lab. We have fun tonight. We talked a little bit of shit. We talked a lot about immigrants and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't be illegal and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big Grease in the building. Mellow in the building.
And to all the men, specifically and especially black men, smile. You way too handsome not to.
Yeah, and I'm taking Grease to her immigration meeting next week.
What is going on, bro?
Welcome to Death Row.
Viva Cabo Verde.
Welcome to Death Row.
See?
You heard that? She has a Cape Verdean passport and not an American one. So you hear
You
that?
see? What kind of man are you?
We out of here, yo.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to Death Row.
You know, I really didn't contribute much but beauty, you know. And
It ain't your beauty. It's your
I am dragging a wagon. I will say that, you know.
That's
Can't get away from it. It's behind me. Wherever I go, I turn around, it's there.
It's right there.
And that is actually the second wagon. Please don't play with me.
Bells, please.
Everywhere I go, it's there. I can't get rid of it.
Give me my head.
What?
Bump that one.
That was wild. Like, I beg your pardon.